UFC champion Stipe Miocic is, by any reasonable measure, one of the greatest heavyweights in the promotion's history. The fighting pride of Cleveland, Ohio has proven to be a champion both inside and outside the cage. For the most part, Miocic is the type of fighter who prefers to do his talking in the octagon. As a result, some folks may not know much about one of the sport's most accomplished stars. So for this video, we thought we'd take a look at some fun and interesting facts about the current heavyweight champion. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at interesting facts about Stipe Miocic. He's a firefighter paramedic. Despite the fame and fortune that comes with being a UFC champion, Miocic is still a working-class guy at heart. When he isn't training to take on the best heavyweight fighters on the planet, Stipe works part-time as a firefighter paramedic. Now, firefighter paramedics, or firefighter EMTs, are first responders who perform traditional firefighter duties. However, they are also able to provide emergency medical assistance if needed. Miocic currently serves for both Oakwood and Valley View. And once his MMA career is over, the future UFC Hall of Famer plans to fight fires on a full-time basis. He entered the UFC as an undefeated fighter. Generally speaking, the goal of every professional MMA fighter is to sign with the UFC. That said, there is no shortage of talented scrappers out there vying for the promotion's attention. Of course, the very best way to get Donna White and company to look your way is by putting together an impressive win streak, and Miocic did just that. After a 17-second TKO victory in his pro debut, the former college athlete would go on to knock out his next 5 opponents, capturing heavyweight championships on his way. His stellar 6-0 record was enough to earn a UFC contract, with Miocic making his UFC debut in October of 2011 at UFC 136, where he went on to defeat Joey Beltran via unanimous decision. He received his first title shot due to Cain Velasquez suffering an injury. Technically, Miocic was awarded his first title shot at UFC Fight Night 82 back in February of 2016. Initially, the event was supposed to be headlined by a heavyweight title rematch between then-champion Fabricio Werdum and Cain Velasquez. However, Velasquez would end up pulling out due to injury, and the promotion decided on Miocic as a short-notice replacement. Unhappy with the last-minute opponent switch and suffering from some minor injuries of his own, Werdum ultimately decided not to defend his title at UFC Fight Night 82. That said, the two men would eventually cross paths at UFC 198 in Fabricio's home country of Brazil. That evening, Stipe Miocic made history by knocking out the Brazilian in just under 3 minutes, as he went on to become the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion. He broke the 52-year-old Cleveland championship curse when he won the heavyweight belt. Cleveland, Ohio is a proud city with a rich professional sports history. That said, until fairly recently, championships have been very hard to come by in the Forest City. So when Stipe Miocic became the undisputed UFC champion of the world in May of 2016, it marked the end of the 52-year-old championship drought of his beloved hometown. While most folks probably expected the Cavaliers or the Indians to put an end to this dreaded streak, it would ultimately take a local firefighter turned mixed martial artist to get the job done. Interestingly enough, roughly 5 weeks later, the Cavaliers would join the party by winning the NBA championship. Then the Cleveland Indians also came very close to a title win in 2016, falling just 1 game short of capturing the World Series trophy. He felt disrespected by UFC President Donna White. UFC President Donna White has long been the promotion's most visible and well-known authoritative figure. Still, notoriety aside, White's relationship with certain fighters has been strained at times. Leading up to what would be a record-setting 3rd heavyweight title defense against Francis the Predator and Ngannou, Stipe felt disrespected by Donna White and the organization. As the promos heading into UFC 220 centered around Ngannou and his meteoric rise, thus making the champion seem like a mere afterthought, this made Stipe feel as though White and the company favored the challenger, who had all the makings of a future star. Of course, Miocic would end up beating the Predator in fairly dominant fashion as he earned a unanimous decision victory. However, when it came time for White to put the title around the defending champ's waist, as is custom in the UFC, Miocic had other ideas. In an act of defiance, Miocic took the belt from White and instead opted to hand it to his coach, who then subsequently put it around his waist. He came into his fight with Francis Manu as a betting underdog, despite being the champion. Another interesting point regarding Stipe's UFC 220 showdown with the Predator was that the champ was actually the betting underdog entering the contest. Heading into the bout, Oddshark had Francis Ngannou listed at -175 to win the contest, thus making him a nearly 2-to-1 betting favorite. As was previously discussed, this was partly due to the hype surrounding Francis Manu. Of course, Ngannou's series of highlight reel knockouts almost certainly play a significant role, but when it was all said and done, the smart money would end up being on Stipe Miocic. His loss to Daniel Cormier was somewhat controversial. Daniel Cormier shocked the world at UFC 226 when he knocked out Miocic and captured the heavyweight championship. And while it was arguably one of the worst losses of the Ohio product's career, there was still some controversy surrounding the outcome. Prior to the shot that would ultimately put Miocic away, a replay clearly showed DC poking his opponent in the eye, which he claimed was accidental. The uncalled-for foul may have altered the course of the contest and is still a hotly debated topic to this day. When the two men met for the second time at UFC 241, Miocic was on the receiving end of yet another vicious eye poke. However, falls aside, Miocic was able to avenge his loss via a fourth-round TKO. Unfortunately, Stipe would go on to require eye surgery due to a damaged retina. So as one may expect, the eye pokes have become a major talking point heading into their third and likely final showdown at UFC 252. He holds the most post-fight bonuses in heavyweight history. While Stipe Miocic is universally recognized as one of the UFC's greatest heavyweights, the fact that he has also been one of the division's most exciting fighters is sometimes overlooked. At present, Miocic has received the most post-fight bonuses in UFC heavyweight history, with a grand total of 9. As for the breakdown, the reigning champ has earned 1 bonus for Knockout of the Night, 3 for Fight of the Night, and 5 Performance of the Night awards. And just behind Miocic in the division is 7-foot-tall Dutchman Stefan Struve, who himself has received a total of 8 bonuses. And there you have it, an in-depth look at Stipe Miocic, a true icon in the world of mixed martial arts. From his remarkable achievements in the UFC heavyweight division to his inspiring work as a firefighter and paramedic, Miocic has proven time and again that he's more than just a formidable fighter. His journey is a testament to hard work, dedication, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Stipe's impact extends far beyond the octagon. His commitment to his community, his charitable efforts, and his pride in his Croatian heritage all contribute to his status as a role model both inside and outside the sport. His legendary matchups and rivalries, particularly with the likes of Daniel Cormier and Francis Manu, have captivated MMA fans around the world and solidified his legacy as one of the greatest heavyweights in the sport's history. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to his story, Stipe Miocic's career offers something to admire and learn from. His journey from a determined amateur wrestler to a world-renowned UFC champion highlights the essence of perseverance and grit. As we look forward to his future endeavors, one thing is clear: Stipe Miocic's influence on MMA is far from over. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to let me know by leaving a like and subscribing to our channel. Apart from that, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.